It's story time. Story time. Let's read a story time. Story time. I'm geeked at story time. Story time. You and me, it's story time. Story time. Let's achieve. Hello, my beautiful K crew, and welcome to story time with me, Kayla. How is your Sunday going? I hope you are doing well, and of course, please making sure to stay safe. Now today, we have another special Arthur feature. Today, we are going to take a look at a book from Arthur Hurbert Davis. He is a juvenile probation officer and also a person who stutters. He has written a wonderful book that teaches us to always use the voice God gave us. And so, without further ado, the book we'll be reading tonight is called Olufemi Faces His Fears, written by Hurbert Davis. You ready to see what this book is all about? Ready, set, let's begin. Olufemi Faces His Fears, written by Hurbert Davis. Here we go. Has there ever been a time you was feeling a little nervous about something or fearful? Dedication to my beautiful wife, Kinora. Thank you for encouraging me to get my story out and write this book. I love you. Shout out to his wife. Hey! Here we go. Olufemi was a boy who liked to do many things. Olufemi especially loved to read. Whenever he was out with his family, Olufemi always begged to go to the library. Olufemi borrowed stacks of books to take home and read. His favorite books were superhero comics. He imagined himself as a superhero, saving victims from evil villains. Ooh, I love that. You know what? I'm already liking Olufemi. A trip to the library sounds wonderful to me. Olufemi wanted to tell people about the books he liked to read, but there was one problem. Whenever Olufemi stood in front of the class to talk, his stomach felt queasy, his legs shook, but worst of all, the words got stuck in his throat. When the words got stuck in his throat, his lips would shake and his eyes would blink. He feared that his peers would laugh at him and tease him throughout the school year. He worried that he would possibly lose friends. His fears made him feel embarrassed and nervous about talking in front of the class. His fears of stuttering kept Olufemi from doing a lot of things that he wanted to do. Oh, because he was afraid that he was going to stutter, he thought people were going to make fun of him and all these things. One Friday at school, his teacher, Mrs. Garrett, said, "Attention class, I'm assigning a new project. I want you to choose your favorite book and write a book report on it. You have 1 week to work on it and then read your report in front of the class." Olufemi decided to write about his favorite superhero, Levitator, who had the power to make things float by controlling them with his mind. Powers that would be pretty cool to have. Olufemi was already starting to get nervous, and the presentation wasn't until next week. His heart started pounding, and his stomach did flips as he imagined presenting to his class. At that moment, Olufemi wished he had superpowers, to be invisible. Aww. He's already feeling nervous, and it's so far away, it's not until next week. And he's already stressing about it. Olufemi started his report and practiced by reciting it in front of a mirror. He still imagined his classmates and friends laughing and teasing him. Olufemi hoped that he would overcome his fear by Monday, but he felt hopeless. Over the week, Olufemi completed his report. That was the easy part. The hard part was going to be not stuttering in front of everybody and having his classmates laugh at him. The night before his presentation, Olufemi's dad came into his room to talk to him. "What's wrong, son?" his dad asked. Olufemi replied, "Baba, I'm nervous about school tomorrow. I have to read my book report out to the class, and I'm afraid I'm going to start stuttering, and my classmates will laugh at me." I tried practicing in front of the mirror, but still pictured myself getting stuck on a word and my classmates teasing me. His dad gave him a hug and said, I know overcoming this takes time, but you still have to present to the class. Your Iya and I have discussed taking you to a speech therapist. In the meantime, think positive. I think you're going to do great. Even if they do laugh at you, don't let it stop you. You can't control what others say or think about you. Olufemi's dad continued, Besides, one of your classmates might like your favorite book and would like to read it because of what you say in your presentation. Trust in the Lord. Lean on Him when you're scared. He loves you, and you shouldn't feel less than. You are made beautiful in His image. You are His masterpiece. Olufemi's heart felt a little lighter, and he smiled at his dad. Aww, a daddy's love. Yep, trust in the Lord. Monday morning came, the day of the presentation. Olufemi sat at his desk and kept playing over and over what his dad had told him. Lean on God when you're scared, he echoed in his head. He then started to pray silently. Olufemi volunteered to go next, and as he stood there in front of his peers, Mrs. Garrett said, You're going to do great. Olufemi thought to himself, Can she tell I'm nervous? What gave it away? He took a deep breath and read. As Olufemi read, he noticed that he was not as scared as he was before. His stomach wasn't queasy, and his knees didn't shake. However, Olufemi's lips did shake a little, and some words got stuck, but no one laughed. Maybe it was because Levitator was such a cool superhero that no one had noticed that Olufemi stuttered. Once he was done, the class clapped, and Olufemi even heard someone say that they would like to read that book. Olufemi smiled. He had done it. With God's help, yes! He is always with you. Olufemi was a boy who liked to do many things. Embracing his challenges and conquering his fears was one of them. Yes, yes, yes. I love to hear that. Oh my goodness. The end. It says Olufemi in Yoruba means God loves me. The end. Yes, K-Crew. You know, whether if you stutter or have a speech impediment, always be confident in yourself and use that beautiful voice God gave you. Now, I hope you enjoyed reading this book as much as I did. To find your copy, make sure to head on over to Amazon, and you can also find this book on Barnes & Noble. And of course, be sure to follow him on social media. A huge thank you to our Arthur for sharing such a wonderful book with us. I thank you all out there for joining me as well, but it's time to sing goodbye. Are you ready? Here we go. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. My friends, goodbye to you. I hope to see you again real soon. Be proud of all your work tonight. Now climb in the bed and sleep real tight. On the count of 3, let's say goodnight. 1, 2,